Welcome to Tecmo Tuesday, and welcome to week 17 of the 2006 Oakland Raiders season. And we have a huge game coming up here with the Buffalo Bills. They are, in a tough spot here, but really fighting for the playoff lives. I think they'd have a shot. 1, 2, 3, I don't know. They'd have to, they're not going to, it doesn't look like they could possibly catch up because there's too many teams ahead of them. Even with tiebreakers, it's not going to happen. But, they played us really tough the first time. They came within a yard, basically, of beating us. And, again, I don't know why the hell we're playing them twice. This ROM is fucking weird. Just look at these divisions. They're fucking weird. Anyway, and then the whole Chargers and Chiefs are playing two separate games that, and even the Broncos technically could jump up into a tie, but again, their point differential, the point differential is pretty good. So if they were to, annihilate their opponent, whoever that may be, maybe they could technically climb up over all three of us, but, that's asking for a lot. So let's auto skip and see what happens. Hopefully we get Lamar Jordan back. All right, so the games to be on the lookout for mainly are Chargers and Titans, and then Chiefs and Patriots shortly after that. So let's see. Colts beat the Jets. The Giants lose to the Eagles. And the Eagles... Oh, that game, that was for the division right there. They were battling it out for the top spot. That's pretty cool. Eagles get the win. They go to the playoffs. Bengals lose to the Ravens. The Vikings beat the Bucks. Seahawks lose to the Rams. And the Rams are the NFC West champions. That one came down to the wire, too. Panthers over the Falcons. The Texans lose to the Steelers. Lions beat the Redskins. The Chargers, they beat the Titans. Saints beat the Packers. Patriots beat the Chiefs. And Jaguars lose to the Broncos. So, that means that the Chargers, with their win, and the Broncos did win, and they actually surpassed the Chiefs, too. Is that... So it's going to be interesting as far as the tie breaks go here, as far as the wild card is concerned. Technically, we could lose and lose big and drop out of the wild card race. 21. I mean, it would have to be quite the blowout, but we got to make sure that doesn't happen. Because all these 10-6 teams, they have a point differential in the positive. But if we were to drop from a 71 point differential all the way down, like if we would get beat by like 50 some points, it'd be nuts for that to happen. But it's technically possible. And the Bills are out. They cannot reach the playoffs no matter what happens. Look at this. The Steelers are going to win the Central based on point differential. The game just hasn't registered yet because the week hasn't finished. That's how that works. So we could go from either, whoever wins the West, whether the Chargers or us, whoever wins the West is going to have the number one seed, and obviously the bye. So this is it. And technically, if we were to lose, we could be out of the playoffs. We would have to lose big, and it's very unlikely, but I've seen crazier things happen, and Tecmo is crazy sometimes. Anthony Thomas is back. Please, Lamar Jordan. Rashad Williams. I mean, all the Bills are coming back. What about us? Damn it! Ugh. All right, well, that's going to put us at a little bit of a disadvantage, but Fargas has been clutch. He's been a very strong contributor. Isn't setting the world on fire, but he's done more than enough to warrant his spot as the fill-in guy. Exceeded expectations. Oh god. Come on, guys, catch up to him. Don't dive. Just catch up to him. So, and they got Willis McGahee too. All right, so yeah, they're starting off with some really good field position. All right, some tight coverage there. All right, we got him back there. And Lossman is back in the lineup. When we played him the first time, Kelly Holcomb had to come in relief. There was some motion, but it wasn't the motion of the play that I had picked. All right, good job, D. They were put in a really shitty spot. And they missed. All right, so perfect ideal scenario there. They started on, like, basically the 30 and got no points out of it. Oh, no, I thought he was going to stop. Alright, that could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Alright. Alright, nice catch, Porter. First and goal. Ah, shit. Here come the cavalry. And wow, amazingly, amazingly gets back to the line of scrimmage. Everybody's covered. Ugh, right down to the one. Oh, man, they had a guy plowing right through. I thought he was going to stop me short, like, not even short of the goal line, short of the line of scrimmage, short of the friggin', like, where he started from. That was too close for comfort, that kickoff. I try not to fill up the meter because, you know, you're so teetering on the brink of kicking it onside by accident. But I'll take it. That's a nice friggin' starting field position situation. Ah, shit. I got caught up in the wash over there. And they get out of the shadow of their own goal post. More or less. Oh, you had him, dude. Why did you dive so early? He probably thought he was gonna, you know, throw it, you know, quickly, but man, what a miscalculation. That's that play, that quarterback made in motion for, and look at this, with the blocking and everything. It ends up becoming a huge gain. They burnt us on that play a couple of times. They tried it at the very end of the game, the overtime, not the overtime, but the game that came down the last play at the 1, and we amazingly stopped it. Which ultimately, you know, is one of the reasons why we're in this game right here to, oh, shit. Got caught up. And that's going to be a touchdown. That was just set up so nicely. And if you give McGahee that kind of a lane, he's going to take it. Alright, so It was a good first showing by the defense there with the, you know, having that field position disadvantage. And then, boy, was it different the second drive. Oh, everybody's covered. Damn. They are not making things easy, are they? I mean, why the hell would they? Ugh, everybody is covered like blankets. Oh my god, so many bills. Help me. Oh my god. Oh! That was quite an effort by Brooks to stay afloat there. Oh, wow, what a punt. Oh, come on, guys, don't fuck it up. All right, keep him inside the 20. Make it worth the good punt. And it took a little bit of time off the clock. What to do here? Oh, again, that same asshole dives and misses. Like, that's gonna be his thing, isn't it? Whenever he busts through, he is going to dive and miss. Not that time, though. Kirk Morrison with the sack, a big sack. Alright, we'll take that. Probably, you know, we're not going to have enough time to do anything with this. But, you know, just glad to get a stop there. It would have been really disheartening to give up such a... Oh, God. Alright, Hail Mary time. Ah, fuck. And another pick. Another pick. Not that he's throwing picks, but like another one, just like last week where we threw a Hail Mary at the end of the half and it was picked. You know, there was no damage with that interception. So this is a tough one, as expected. You know, the Bills are showing up to play. Boy, getting the bye, too, would be so important as far as getting the team healthy, too. Alright. Nice freaking gain there. Again, though, you know, it's not... Fargas has been very solid as a replacement. How much he could do there on that one. But, you know, you want to have your main guy in there. Especially with freaking playoffs. Everybody's covered. Alright, now get Brooks out of bounds. I do not want to get him hurt. Alright. Shit. Oh, no! I was worried about that. What a terrible, terrible time for a pick. And he's gonna freaking take it all the way to midfield. Almost. Oh, man. I didn't want to take a sack and, like, you know, make him fall out of field goal range. It was such a shitty spot to be in. Let's get a pick of our own here. Yes! There we go. Alright, now we had to, you know, basically, we're starting a lot further back than we were, but at least we got the damn ball back. you know, counting the Hail Mary, you know, attempted Hail Mary, they didn't throw it far enough for it to really be a Hail Mary, but counting that interception, you know, we've had now 3 straight drives with interceptions. Oh, no, don't. All right. He curled back. It was. I was hoping that he would, you know, he would streak. And obviously Brooks thought so too. He was throwing deep. So I'm not on the same page there. Oh man, this is a big 3rd down here. Fuck, everyone is covered. Shit. Werewolves of London Fletcher. Alright. I punted it way too fucking far. Alright, well, you know, it actually wasn't as far as I thought it was going, but still, there wasn't much in the way of coverage. I wasn't so sure if, you know, they would, if I punted it inside the 5, if he was gonna break it past the 20 anyway. Alright, good job by the drones again with the pressure. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like it was a blitz or the play that I called. They're just doing pretty good in the trenches here. Again, the defensive line has been playing stellar today. Despite those dives that were ill-advised. They're getting the pressure in on Lossman. And there we go, a fucking called play, and Rob Thomas of Matchbox 20 with the sack. It's 4th quarter, baby. It's time now to put this one... I mean, you know, we're not going to put it away with a score on this drive, but let's put one in the friggin' end zone here and put the pressure on them. Alright, yeah, that wasn't, speaking of ill-advised, that was not a very good idea to go all east-west right there. Ah, threw it too early. I mean, it's it's worked out a few times where, you know, throwing it to him early enough has worked. I guess everybody's covered now. Oh, shit. Fuck! I'm not going for it from way the fuck back here. I trust the defense. They've been playing well. I'm not gonna... Nice punt again. Leckler coming full clutch here. Alright, let's get a fucking safety here. Hopefully the D-line can... They've been, like, you know, playing really well today. If they can make some plays here. Oh, they go to McGahee. Shit! Plowed right through me. Oh, come on, you guys. What a shitty angle that was. You know, right after I praise the defense, they go and give up the huge freaking run. And it's he's gonna basically runs it all the way across the field. Son of a bitch. Alright. We gotta show, we gotta go the whole fucking length of the field, too. Son of a bitch. Alright. Ugh, everybody covered. Man, a fucking sack. Fletcher again. Oh, look at that. Split the defense. Yes! Alright! Had to leap up for it. It was a little bit overthrown. I was worried about it too. I was like, I think I threw it a little bit too early. Well, at least we know we're not gonna lose by like 50 points and end up, you know, falling out of the wild card spot. But want to win that division, want to get shit. They win the coin toss. All right, you've been playing well except for that last drive. Do not fuck this up. I believe in you. Especially when we can get him down at the 4 like that. Now I'm calling all like McGahee plays here. And that is one of them. And phew, I thought he was gonna run through it anyway. Yes. Alright, we're gonna get the ball. I was hoping to get a nice safety on there, because that was a pitch, too. I was like, or it was an outside run, anyway. I'm not risking a fumble in overtime on a game where we're playing for the friggin' division. Nah. Ah, fuck, here they come. Ugh. Ugh. Everybody was covered. Shit. You know, a tie is no better than a loss. I can't punt it and hope for a tie. I gotta go for this. And fucking diving, leaping catch. No fucking around, I'm kicking it now. All right. Huge game. I can't believe I made it without completing a single pass and throwing an interception to boot. We still ended up going to overtime. It was on the back of McGahee mostly. But damn, what a hard fought win that was. Fargus didn't have that good of a game, but Brooks did, despite the interception. I don't count the Hail Mary interception. He had one real interception. You know, it wasn't pretty, but it was a win. And after this Dallas-Arizona game, we will, the Colts end up winning the division. They sneak past the Titans. And the Steelers, like we said before, they had the tie break over the, there was us right there. AFC West champs. Well deserved. And now we'll take a look at the standings. I know it says 2007. It's the 2006 season. Titans and Colts both make the playoffs at 10 and 6. Steelers, Bengals just out of reach because of the tiebreak. And then we get the Chargers and Broncos get in along with us, and we get the #1 seed. Eagles and Giants both get in. They played for the division at the end there. The Saints with the #1 seed get in, as well as the Vikings at 8-8. And then the Rams and Cowboys. Cowboys beat Arizona at the end to sneak into the playoffs. So we will play the winner of Titans, Steelers. Then you got Chargers, Broncos, and Colts on the other side. Giants and Cowboys will play with the Eagles on the other side. That's an all NFC East matchup. Although the Cowboys are in the West in this fucked up ROM. So let's just take one more look at that. So yeah, we'll have Chargers versus Broncos in AFC West battle. The winner will play the Colts. Colts just snuck past the Titans and ended up getting that bye and forced the Titans into a wild card matchup. Very interesting there. And then, of course, the Chargers were fighting for that. The Broncos snuck past the Chiefs. They were behind them for a while. And, of course, like I said, the Giants and Cowboys will play with the Eagles on the other end of that. Vikings and Rams will play with the Saints, the #1 seed, in the NFC, taking on the winner of that one. Quick look at the league leaders. Brooks is at basically the bottom. Yeah. Even just ahead of Walter, our backup, as far as yards goes. For receiving, Crockett with 39 catches. He's been, with that short pass, he's often in the spot. For those, just little possession catches. All right, and that's it as far as that goes. Rushing, I don't think, especially because of injuries, I don't think Jordan's down there with 636. Averaging 4.3, not bad. Of course, Leckler is killing it with the punts. Who is our top sacker? All right, he's not going to show up on here, but we will go back to take a look. I'm thinking Kirk Morrison is our top sacker. As far as kickoff returns goes, Fargus with 12.1 yard average. And on punt returns, Lee is toward the bottom of 5.8. Interceptions. I got Asamoah with 5. And, I'm in control of him on basically every play. So, I think I have something to do with those when they do happen. And as far as total points goes, Janikowski is leading the way for us in the 25th spot with the 88 points. All right, so and then as far as rankings go, just for the hell of it, our offense is at the very bottom. 27th in the pass and 25th with the run. Our defense, though, is the tops in not going to be in rushing. No, 25th against the run and pass. We are bloody, giving up half the amount of yards that the next best team is giving up. It helps when you have Asamoah back there. All right, so I do want to check. Like I said, I want to see who our leading sacker is, and I want to say my guess is that it's Kirk Morrison. Robert Thomas might be the next best one. So Brayton has 1. Sapp has Warren Sapp. I keep forgetting he's even on the team. No sacks whatsoever. Derek Burgess has 8. He's another one. Thomas Howard with 0. Rob Thomas has 7. Kirk Morrison has 8. So he's tied with Burgess. And then, our secondary never gets sacks. Michael Huff did get 1 sack, though. So it's a tie between Burgess and Morrison with Robert Thomas from Matchbox 20 with 7 coming right in behind them. So, we get next week a nice week off. I'll be simulating all 4 of the wild card games next week, and I'll get to take a break from playing and get to enjoy the action. And we'll see who we're playing. It'll either be Titans or Steelers. The Steelers are technically not as good of a team. They won a weak division. And it's a tight division, competitive division, but 8-8 and winning the division is not a very glowing resume. But the Bills finished 8-8, and even though we beat them twice, we had to really gut it out. They almost beat us in that last game. And if it wasn't for that, we would be, we'd be at 10-6. We would be in the place of the Chargers. And we'd be going up against the Broncos. So, no matter who it is, it's going to be a tough matchup. It's the playoffs. All these teams are good. So, we'll see what happens. But next week, we'll be able to at least take a break and hopefully get healthy, get Lamar Jordan back out in the lineup. So that's it for this week. That's it for the regular season. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for the playoffs.